I'm going to fire them this afternoon. Tell me how they go in the training, JT, because I am going to fire them this afternoon. I don't feel totally comfortable with my boss telling him what's going on. I don't feel comfortable telling my boss what is going on. Welcome to JT in the Raw, show 82, and today I'm going to share with you some real key attributes to working out why your team are underperforming. Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, Brett. Good morning, Eugene. And I think there was Jared there as well. How are you guys? Welcome to JT in the Raw, show 82. I'm coming to you live from Melbourne. Morning, Sean Lestrange. The glamour of being on the road. Morning, Chris Gregorio. How are you? The glamour of living on the road. I'm in a service department down here in Melbourne. And if this is your first time to JT in the Raw, I just chew the thin on business. And today's question that I've got for you is this. Who is the most influential person in your life? I want you to tell me in the comments below. Who is the most influential person in your life? Pop it in the comments, whether you're watching live or on replay. Who is the most influential person in your life? I want you to think why. If you want to share why, that's awesome. But the question of the day is, who is the most influential person in your life? Put it in the comments. Love to know. And I'll tell you why I asked that question later. I'll tell you later. Morning, Tommy Hart. Morning, Marissa Hoff. Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles. I think there's a few Americans that might be watching today who are still celebrating after the Pats going down to the Eagles. Question of the day. Who's the most influential person of your life? Pop it in the comments below. Today, I'm going to share with you how to determine why your team are underperforming. But first, just a couple of shout outs. The reason why I'm in Melbourne today, thanks Chris for that beautiful compliment. I'm trying to look 10 years younger. It must be the Botox that's starting to kick in. Morning, Scott Robbo. How are you? Good couple of days yesterday at the round table. Shout outs today. I'm down here in Melbourne for pre-call. I'm going to be doing a presentation in about half an hour on what's been happening in the social media world to, I think, about 35 Anytime Fitness owners. So pretty excited about that. So thanks Precor for bringing me down and giving me the opportunity to speak to some Anytime Fitness franchisees. My second shout out today goes to you guys. And that's to tune into the Fitness Business Podcast. This is week 2 of a 4-week intensive with Mike Michalowicz. Mike Michalowicz wrote the book Profit First. It is an amazing book with a great formula for both businesses and individuals making more money. Who'd want to make more money? If you don't want to make more money, don't read the book and don't go to the Fitness Business Podcast and listen to his intensive series. If you do want to make more money, then go to the intensive series. They're on every Friday. They only go for 15 minutes. This is week 2, so it's only show 2. Head across to fitnessbusinesspodcast.com. If you need the link, put FBP in the comments below, and I'll send you the link to that. Oh, Maddie Fletcher, thanks for those love hearts. You know what love hearts do. If you're enjoying JT in the Raw, give me a love heart. So head across to FBP and I will send you the link. Just put FBP in the comments. I'll send you the link to the intensives. This is ideal for anybody who has to run the finances of the business or even the finances of the family. There's some great insights there. So head across, FBP in the comments. I'll send you the link. Okay, so I want to tell you a story this morning. Please bear with me while I go through this because this sets the foundation of why you may have underperforming teams. Oh, love hearts coming through. Thanks, Sean Lestrange. Morning, Frosty. How are you, big guy? All right, here's the story. I was working with a business. There were 4 managers in that business, and the owner of the business said to me, morning Declan, all the way over there in Ireland. He said this to me, look, JT, I'm going to fire, let's call her Fiona. I'm going to fire Fiona this afternoon. So if she doesn't perform in the training today, I really want to know, because that's going to give me more evidence in order to get rid of her this afternoon. I'm like, wow, okay, no pressure. Thanks a lot for asking me to do that. So we had a process in our meeting where we've been meeting now for about 6 or 7 months, and the process that we went through was to build a level of trust so I could get some honesty from them about how they were performing and what they were thinking in the job. And we went around the table giving me some thoughts on how they performed in the last 30 days. Morning, Kelly, Scotty, Gresh, and Jono. And so as we went around the table and we got to this lady, Fiona, that is going to be fired that afternoon, I said to her, so give me some scores on what's been happening in your life over the last, like work and life, over the last 30 days. And she said, work, I'm going to give it 1. Family, I'm giving it 1. And personally, I'm giving it 1. I was like flummoxed. This lady is a really positive person, and she's given like 3 1s on rating 0 to 10, 10 being outstanding in her life. And I said to her, do you want to fill in the blanks, or do you feel too upset to share why you got those 1s? And she said this is the only forum that I feel the most comfortable in to share how I truly feel. I went, wow. Straight away I'm thinking, we've got this circle of trust amongst all these people for her to tell us. And she said, I'm giving 1 to work because I've let everybody here down. I've let the boss down. I've let you guys as fellow managers down because I haven't been performing over the last 30 days. I was like, wow, okay. And she said, now, the reason why I haven't been performing is my family and is my personal life. And that is my mum left me with my dad when I was 12 years old. And I haven't seen her for the last 15 years, had no contact with her for 15 years. And a relative sent me a message on Facebook that said she has inoperable, incurable breast cancer, and that she's going to be passing away, expected to pass away within the next 90 days. And I'm already 30 days into that 90 days, and I don't know what to do. Holy shit. What would you do if one of your staff shared that with you? I was completely blown away. Bear in mind, this is the exact person that is about to lose their job that afternoon. So, morning Alyssa, morning Chantel, morning Simon Hall. Now, the point of what I'm sharing here is this. I then said to her, well, have you spoken to so-and-so, the owner of the business, about this? She said, no. I don't feel comfortable sharing that with him. He'll think it's an excuse for my poor performance. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the crux of the problem in most businesses. We don't know enough about our team. Our team don't feel comfortable enough to share what's happening necessarily in their life, but why they are underperforming. They put up a smoke screen. They give us a bullshit story because they don't feel comfortable with us knowing what's going on in that component of their life that's impacting their performance at work. Our job, not as a manager, not as an owner, but our job as the leader of our business, the leader of our department, or the leader of even our sporting team, is to build an environment of trust so that individual feels comfortable coming to you as the leader and saying, this is why I'm underperforming. Not feeling embarrassed, not feeling upset in the sense of awkwardness, but in the sense of feeling that they're vulnerable and they can build that relationship with you, so therefore they feel comfortable coming up to you and saying, this is the situation. Now, it's really interesting for me. Morning, Deborah, how are you? Is that after the last 2 days, I've just had a round table meeting. And the majority of the people at that round table meeting said, this is an environment where I feel so deeply engaged and trusted with you that I will share the innermost feelings that's going on in my life. And I may not even share that with other people because I know the confidentiality of the group and I know you guys won't judge and I know you guys will just listen. Now that hit me in the heart because that's my job as the leader of Roundtable, is to develop that environment. My question for you is, what are you doing in your business to develop that level of trust so that people will share what's going on? Now, the question of the day, I've got a whole bunch of new people tuning in and I haven't seen many people put the answers in the comments, but I want to know in the comments below, who is the most influential person in your life right now? Who's the most influential person in your life? Pop that in the comments. I'm curious to know. You can think why, you can share why if you like, or you can put it in the comments. So, what are you doing to build trust? See, what we know is this. The more your team reveal about who they are, what they think, and how they feel, the more they reveal about who they are, about what they think and how they feel, the more they share that, the deeper the trust becomes in your environment. Give me a love heart if you like the sound of that. The more your team reveal about who they are, what they think, how they feel, the deeper the trust will come in your environment. If you like that, give me a love heart right now. Whether you're watching live or on replay, if you like who they are, what they think and how they feel. The sharing that we give at that point makes us vulnerable to our team and our teammates. It makes us vulnerable to our team and our teammates. And that vulnerability is the thing that builds trust. That vulnerability is the thing that builds trust. And the more trust we have is the more connectivity we have, the more engagement that's going to happen between our teammates. Let me say that again. The more trust we have, the more vulnerability we have, means the more engagement and connectivity we have within our team. And that is what is going to get your team to perform, and that is what's going to get your people to feel comfortable with each other. This builds a community, a staff community, a team community that has more loyalty, has more resilience, more persistence, and more longevity. Do you want that in your team? Give me a love heart if you want that in your team. In your team, do you want a stronger community team? Do you want more loyalty? Do you want more resilience of your team? Do you want more persistence in your team? Do you want more longevity? If you want those things, give me a love heart. Tell me yes. And that says to me that you have to start building some trust, start building some vulnerability in your team. So what I want to do is I'm going to give you 10 questions that I want you to start thinking about using in your business. These are questions that you can do to launch a staff meeting, a department meeting, a meeting with your sporting team, pardon me, whatever it may be. These are 10 questions. Just use one of them in order to launch your meetings. Are you ready for number one? Here it is. Who is the most influential person in your life? Ha ha! You wondered why that was the question of the day, didn't you? Who is the most influential person in your life is a great question to launch a meeting with. You've then got to ask why. Then ask why. Because when I share that why, that makes me vulnerable with the team. because my team are learning about me. So here are the 10 questions. You've got number 1, who is the most influential person? Number 2, what was your greatest loss in your life? What was the greatest loss in your life? Number 2, or conversely, what's the biggest win in your life? Okay, number 2, what's your most embarrassing moment in your life? What is the most embarrassing moment? And if you don't want to do life, you could say, what was the most embarrassing thing that happened to you in the last 30 days? What was one of your toughest decisions? What's the greatest risk you have ever taken? What's your greatest regret? What are you truly passionate about? What do you like about your life as it is today? Conversely, what do you dislike about your life as of today? Have you ever felt trapped? Have you ever felt trapped? And they're the 10 questions. Do you want them again? Let me give them to you again. Okay. Your greatest loss or your greatest win? Your most embarrassing moment? Your toughest decision? The greatest risk you have taken? Your greatest regret? Your greatest passion? What do you like about your life at the moment? What do you dislike about your life at the moment? Have you ever felt trapped? And who is the greatest influence in your life and why? These are just simple Kelly, yes, congratulations on your new job, Kelly. These are the questions that you want to use, Kelly, to build trust with your brand new team. When people feel comfortable with you as their leader, they will share what is happening in their life when they're underperforming. No smoke screens, no bullshit. They'll tell you what's happening because they know you won't judge. They know that you truly care about them as a person. If you want those 10 questions that can be meeting starters, put 10 in the comments below. 10 in the comments below, whether you're watching live or on replay, and I will send you those 10 questions in the comments. So 10 in the comments, and I'll send you all of those questions so that you can use them in your department meetings, your management meetings, your leadership meetings, whatever meeting you have. These are a great launch. Kelly, they're coming to you later today. Andrew, they're coming. Logan, they're coming to you. Shauno, they're coming to you. If you want them. Matty Fletcher, they're coming to you. If you want them, 10 in the comments. Eugene, they're coming to you too. And I'll send them to you. Declan, I'll send them to you all the way over there in Ireland. So ladies and gentlemen, before we finish up, if you want your team to be resilient, if you want your team to truly connect, if you want loyalty, if you want persistence, and you want longevity as your team, as a leader, you need to be proactive and start building trust so that you truly know what's happening with your team members, so that they feel comfortable coming to tell you what's happening in their lives, which could explain why they're underperforming. Thanks for tuning in to JT in the Raw, show 82. Hope it's been useful. If it has, give me a love heart right now. Give me a love heart if it has been useful because I want to know. Okay. But of course, before I go, there's a couple of things. Later today, 10:30, I'm doing Q&A, live Q&A for all the active management members. If you are not an active management member, get on board. It's as cheap as $49 for a year. And every month I do Q&A. So I'm going to be answering some questions later today for active management members. What am I doing next week? Next week I'm in Sydney all week. So yeah, looking forward to, got a bit of work to do for Ursa next week. And also Filex is coming up as well. So I've got some work around that. Okay. That's it, almost done. But I can sense coming through the messages that you guys are dying to hear quote of the week. You're dying to hear quote of the week. So let me give you quote of the week. It goes something like this. Build trust to have honest and open conversations with your team. It's Pretty simple. Build trust to have open and honest conversations with your team. Thank you for tuning in to JT in the Raw. As always, if you got value from today's show, I want to see a love heart. Don't just give me a thumbs up. Give me more passion than that. Give me that love heart. If you got value from this and you think someone you know could get value from watching today's show, love you to tag them in the comments below. That's how my message gets out, and I'm always grateful for anybody that shares the show, and I'll make sure I say a special thanks. Thanks, Kelly. I wish you good luck today in your new role at your club. All the best for that. Thanks, Deborah, for those love hearts. Thanks, Ben Delahunty, for your love hearts. If you got any value, tag in the comments below anybody that you think can also benefit from watching today's show. It's been awesome. I'm going to head off now to do this presentation on social media. I'm going to wear this brand new shirt that I got for Chrissy. And I'll catch you guys next Friday, same bat time, same bat place. Catch you on the flip side. Have an awesome weekend.